And we are live. And we're back. We never really went anywhere, but now we're back live again. But Brother Tyler, invite the guests into the lodge and leave that door open so others may join us. And I guess we'll see how things go tonight. Yeah. Welcome to another episode, live episode of Follow Me. We are your hosts, Worship Brother Wiley Forrester and Worship Brother Will Moore. Tonight's episode is brought to you by, we don't know, probably upcoming Independence Day. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because Lord knows we're fighting for it right now. But anyway, we'd like to give a big shout out to everybody who continues to watch and follow us. We've been able to go back to the lodge the last couple of weeks, and we've learned some stuff. We've missed some folks, and most of all, we got to enjoy some fellowship finally.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good place for us to start tonight with some of the things that we want to talk about in general. Our experience so far, we thoroughly enjoyed it, but I think that our brethren, some lodges haven't met yet.
True.
Some
lodges aren't going to meet.
And some aren't going to meet at all. With the things that are going on, and of course the pandemic just rages on and on and on because people can't seem to follow instructions anywhere in the world. So this thing just keeps hanging on, and for that reason, the governor didn't feel, or he felt the need that he needed to extend his executive order till or state of emergency until August 11. Which probably means for us that won't much change for us in the month of July. We'll continue to have to social distance and do our things that we've been continuing to do in the lodges that we've been to. But most of all is we need to encourage others to attend their lodge meetings. Don't be afraid to go.
Well, I mean, unless you're health.
Yeah, unless you're got a health reason, you need to go and be with your brother. You need to.
To me, it was one of the best things that's happened in the last 3 months was getting to go see those brethren.
Absolutely.
Spend some time with them, see how they've been doing face to face, and just for me, it was getting out of the house.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with that. But we did have some good. We've tried to keep our sense of humor up in some of the places that we go to, and some of the lodges that you and I have been fortunate enough to go to, just because people as a whole are just down. Morale is down. Hope is down.
Well, I can tell you this. There's some folks that listen to us that apparently didn't heed our little warning about, hey, you need to prepare yourself for going back to lodge.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't fault anybody. I know we've all had our hiccups because we've been out of it for a while, but there were some unprepared folks that forgot some pieces and parts to things, but that's to be expected. That being to the side, it was just, and we say it over and over again, but just being there was it's hard to put into words. I know there's some that haven't been. I know there's some states and stuff that haven't started back. Well, let me tell you what, it's a fantastic feeling, and you need to spend your time there because not only did you miss them, they missed you.
That's right. And, men are proud as usual always, and they don't ever want to say, admit how they feel. But, I think that we need to, as a whole, we need to share with brothers how we feel. We need to tell them how we feel about them. We talked about it in the past episodes of things we've done. The big thing for me is you go through the lodge, you get your temperature checked, you put your mask on, you do whatever's asked by that worshipful master. Once you get in there, and if you got enough space in there, usually you'll be able to remove your mask, for the most part. If there's certain items you need to take care of, then those steps have been put in place. I think the guidelines that our Grandmaster put in place were right on point.
Yeah, I agree with that. We had, just like we said, we had some fist bumps, we had some elbow bumps,
some feet bumps.
Yep.
It was a variety of things, but the main thing is to protect yourself at this point. We all know we have our doubts about this whole mask thing going on, You know, at first it don't wear it, now wear it, do wear it, don't wear it, whatever. If someone asks you to wear it, please wear it. I mean, and I know that we all get tied up and caught up in the political side of what's going on, but you know, if there's any doubt that you may have something, protect yourself.
Well, Brother Hazan brought it up that he agrees with us, but as we're an older population in Masonry, we need to be cautious, and that's true. And the lodges that I've been to, they've either taped off the seats or everybody's set apart, and we've had some older members there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And because we're staying apart from each other in the lodge rooms, and the masters that I've seen have made you wear masks going in sometimes in a couple of lodges, but then once you get seated and you're staying in your place, you are allowed to take your mask off so that you're not, you know, steaming yourself up or fogging your glasses up or whatever. Unless you need to move around, then you've got to put it back on. Definitely be cautious. I completely agree with that.
Absolutely. We're not telling everybody to run back into lodge. No.
Don't be.
By all means, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is from our personal experience and our personal opinions. We've thoroughly enjoyed our experience so far. We were a little cautious and a little leery and hesitant about trying to get back into lodge. You know, yeah, we missed it immensely, but at the same time, I think, yeah, maybe it's too fast, no, maybe not. But once we got there, and we've been to meetings that averaged anywhere between 20 and 30 people, a lot of lodge halls in our area can compensate for that amount of crowd, which is the average. And you know, brethren have been getting together, tailgating in the parking lot. You know, sitting in your car with your window down, talking to somebody next door.
Well, I've seen it several different ways in different lodges. Been to one lodge where they sat out front until the meeting started. And, of course, they had hand sanitizer, and their junior warden brought drinks in a cooler and let everyone get drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of nice, just to sit out there and talk. Been to another lodge where everybody brought a sack lunch with them, and they sat spaced out at tables in the dining hall and had a great time that way. So I've seen several different things. Tailgating.
Yeah, the tailgating thing was pretty cool, but with these storms that we're having every afternoon, like we're on the beach, it's tough.
Whoever thought we'd be tailgating at a
lodge. Yeah, you know, trying to get ready to go in there. You know, it's pretty obvious that it's continuing to be a struggle. It's a struggle for our leaders. Our leaders in our fraternity, but our government officials are also having a hard time with it because, you know, they've told us so many different things that they don't know, and now there's doubt created in the people, and when that happens, then people tend to not be very smart.
Well, and it's also been a lesson in how much our government media can put fear into us. But I won't go into details on that, but yes, we have to be concerned that it's a virus people can get and people die from. But don't stop living life.
Oh, period. Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
And I think these lodges that have gone back and seen what can happen with the masks on and seeing their brethren and enjoying their time have found that it's okay to get out there if you're safe. And they enjoyed getting out there in front of their brethren and talking face to face, even if it was 6 feet apart or 10 feet apart.
Well, interaction is always good for the soul.
And this just doesn't cut it.
No, not for us. Not for especially a loudmouth like me. It just does not do it justice. But I would like to tell you there's been so much humanity and so much positivity that we've been able to witness in the last month. So many great things and so many people helping people. But every day I get these messages every morning of encouragement and, you know, positivity that come to me every day that sort of uplift me, and it also really helps set the tone for my day.
Right.
So what our message is for everyone tonight is, yeah, we know things are still tough and we've probably not seen the worst yet, but I'm telling you that stay positive, always talk to your brethren. Take the time out to talk to your brethren, because we obviously still have the time. You know, we found that, you know, with the 5th Tuesday in the month, we were able to do this. I mean, we could have not. We could have just posted something that was already up there.
And this may turn out to be what we do on a 5th Tuesday or a 5th Thursday, depending on how the calendar plays out, that's at least, what, one every 3 months or 4 months, whatever.
Quarterly, I think.
Once a quarter. Brother, I know we get excited after we do a show, and Wiley and I sit around and talk after the show. We'll get texts from folks, we'll get calls from folks, and we love those. We absolutely do love those. But I had a more high after going to Lodge.
Oh, yeah.
Going home, I got home, I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't sleep. And we stood out in the parking lot with some of the guys and talked for over an hour. But it really surprises you that after talking to someone on the phone, you talk to them once or twice a week, you actually get to see them, how much you don't converse, how much you don't share over the phone that you do face to face.
Right. And we also know that, there's several big Masonic events that have been canceled over this during this pandemic. We didn't do a lot of conventions. They're having our Grand Lodge officers, including our district officers, are having to go in and just basically open long enough to hold their election and get installed, close the doors, and move on. Well, we lost the leadership conference this year due to the school, and now, it's even proved positive now that it was a good choice to do that. And we found out today, earlier this afternoon, that the Rock Quarry meeting is not going to happen.
Right, we have a Rock Quarry meeting in August here in Georgia. I also found out that in Texas, the lodges are only going to be allowed to open, elect new officers, install, and close. They elect in the middle of the year. So I was talking to a Mason from Texas, and he was telling me that they're just going to be able to go in, do those short little things, and get out. But I guarantee you that even doing something like that, the brethren will probably show up a little early, and they'll probably stay after to talk to each other face to face. And that's what we want you to get out there and do. And please share your experiences of what, if you've been to Lodge, let us know how it was for you. Because I know for Wiley and I, it has been fantastic to see everyone. And we've actually had a better turnout than I kind of expected us to have.
Me too. I only expected to have the Lodge officers and a few. But we've actually had very well-attended meetings that we've been fortunate enough to go to. The main thing we'd like to get across to everybody is go to your lodges if they're meeting, but use some common sense. Mm-hmm. I know sometimes common sense and Masons doesn't always coincide, but as brethren, be mindful of your brethren, be mindful of where you are. Be sure to continue to disinfect and clean, and once you hold your meeting, clean your lodge. Those were things that I saw that were very prevalent in the lodge meetings that I've attended.
Right.
I know that you the same way have been with the lodges you've been to.
Well, we have the hand sanitizer all over the place. We have the thermometers to check the temperatures that come in the door. And one of the things here in Georgia is our Grand Master recommended masks, but didn't require it.
And that may change as things go on.
But also, you've got to remember, if an individual lodge, if that master wants you to wear a mask,
you wear a mask.
You wear a mask. That's his lodge.
And we want to make sure everybody's safe. I know we can't say it enough. I still would like to remind everybody who may get frustrated with how this thing's going down and not being able to go to lodge and blah, blah, blah. Just remember, the Grand Master probably hurts worse than any of us that we could ever imagine, because 25% of his year was taken by this pandemic.
Yeah, and here in Georgia, it's a 10-year road. He got here to his 10th year down the road, and we shut down 25% of his year so far.
So far, that's correct. And then, July is, we can go back to Lodge, but I hope he's outgoing, but I hope he's taking care of himself too. I haven't spoken with him, but I'd also like to share too with, be sure that if you got questions and things that could be that you got concerns, share them with your master, with your worshipful master. Share them with your district deputy. He'll share them with who, up the line and protocol and things that need to happen. But most of all, look out for one another. Continue to be thy brother's keeper. Continue to be the lead dog, in the fight, and know that this is some pretty trying times right now. And if this thing escalates again, which is we don't really know. We don't know what numbers are true, what are false. I just know that if you take care of yourself and you continuously do the things that you need to do to look out for yourself and be cautious and courteous, then things will work itself out.
Yeah, and we've seen that. We've seen brethren that, you go up to fist bump them and all they want to do is this.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
It's okay. Respect their wishes. If they don't even want to elbow bump, respect their wishes.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see that person. You get to see that brother face to face. And I think that more than anything has made a difference, especially in my last 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to going back to a lodge starting later this week, next week.
I don't think I'm going anywhere else the rest of the week. I think for me personally, just for a personal thing is, I need a little bit of downtime for myself and just to recharge my batteries from my job, not necessarily from my lodge, but from my job. In addition to that is, I want these lodges to not have to. I don't want to feel like I'm intruding on their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and we're not encouraging everyone to go out and visit every lodge either, because we don't want to overcrowd them. But
we do try to go and see the lodges that are in our vicinity and that we've supported for years and years and years. But the big thing is follow the Grandmaster's guidelines, use common sense.
Yeah, and coming up Thursday, we actually have a video that we'll put up. More of an education line, which is the trend we're going to start taking with this, is doing more teaching, historical items, current things that you need to know for your lodge, and some of the leadership courses and stuff like that. But the one we're doing is on something that just passed that I, now that I've learned more about it, don't think we take care of enough here in the state of Georgia, at least in our area. It may be different around the state or in other states, but St. John's Day. Yeah, we need to remember that.
And just for those that may be out there watching that might be looking for something to do at a lodge, it's good for you all to stand up together and, recite each of the catechisms, each of the proficiencies that we need to stand while you're in lodge. It's good to still have educational moments while you're there. While we're not able to confer degrees, we are able to pass along education. Mm-hmm. And educated people, we need to know about the code, and we need to know, we all need to spend more time learning about the Masonic code, and we need to be learning about etiquette and how we should do things and rules of order and investigations, because I'm sure we're going to have us an uptick once we get this thing. There's petitions in waiting all over. Every lodge I've been to, they got 5-6 petitions.
We've got 2 now and a possible third. We've got 3 candidates in waiting.
And we got 5 at my place. And I know that with all those out there, we need to do thorough investigations when we are, while we're able to do these things. And we need to take the time and become more proficient at those things. And it's up to our lodge leaders to teach those things to the members. So it'll be a good thing for you. Will and I are going to do in the future. We would like to put some more of our educational material out for you on proper ways to do things. We do that. We'll close our channel to Masons Only to just view those in Masons Only view.
Yeah, and there's some things that we can do to educate not only our Masons here in Georgia, but across the country, that we can open up to Masons, and even non-Masons can watch. So there's some things out there we can do with that too. So
yes,
but we're not. It's live.
Yeah.
We don't want to drag this out tonight. We just want to get on here and say hi, do a little live show because it's been a couple weeks, and tell you that all of you, we miss you. All of those that we've seen, we've loved seeing you, brethren. We love you, brethren. And for the non-Masons and wives and children on here, we love all you too. We look forward to seeing you again the next time. Please like and subscribe to our channel and watch our videos if you would, please. Spread the word, because we found we did find that there are a lot of brethren who don't know about this. We thought we got the word out better, but apparently it's not. That's also due to the fact that we don't have a lot of Masons here in Georgia on Grandview like they should be, and we'll work on that too. But we do these videos. We're going to get better and better at them. We're going to be putting out better content, more educational content. So we want folks to be able to go back and reuse this stuff. And in a couple years from now, I'd love for folks to go back and watch episode 1 or episode 20 and say, wow, they've come a little ways.
Yeah, those guys have really stepped up their game, because in the beginning we were not very good.
No.
And I still don't think we're very good, but we're better.
We're going to get there. And I think as we get more stuff in the can and as we work through more historical stuff and getting ourselves ahead, because one of the things he and I didn't do, we didn't prepare ourselves for going back to Lodge either by getting some things in the can, so to speak. And
so we hustle on the side trying to get these things done. And sometimes it's a stretch, because we wanted to really go back to Lodge and see, hopefully those would spurn some ideas for us. And yet we got all these extreme mentors watch our show every time, and we don't see very many ideas being kicked around our way.
Well, the one biggest thing that I saw is we as Masons didn't prepare ourselves enough for going back, or if you haven't gone back, have you prepared yourself? Get prepared. Be cautious, but get prepared. So with that, we want to thank you all again for being here tonight. We really appreciate your patronage to our show. We love all of you. We look forward to seeing you. Any last words?
Yeah, I think we need to share a few quotes and things, and the power of positivities. But I heard something. I was watching this guy. He was giving this commencement speech, and he was talking about the servant's cloth.
Okay.
Never quite heard of it put that way. And it's your cloth, how your cloth as a servant is. He said, may your servant's cloth be long and dirty. Meaning his backstory to that was, may your cloth you use to serve others be long and lengthy and worn, because you've used it so much.
Right.
We need to go back to being servants. I hope all of our audience pays attention to those things. This gentleman really touched my heart today when he talked about the servant's cloth. In your religion, you're probably talked about being a servant, but we are a servant-based organization. We're in the people business. We're in the business to love our brethren in spite of their faults. That's what we're supposed to do. Gratitude dissolves negativity. Be grateful. Be grateful that you can be in this great fraternity, even in this climate. It's unbelievable at the amount of love that you can have if you just put it out there, So that was my words. I didn't get to my quotes, but one of my quotes are, surround yourself with people who are inspired, excited, and grateful.
And I saw a lot of those in the last 2 weeks.
Me too. Be inspiring. Inspire someone in your daily life. It doesn't have to be in Lodge. Wake up today wanting to give the best version of you to everybody. I learned some valuable lessons in the last 12 weeks. The biggest lesson that I've learned from myself is that I'm more grateful than I lead on. I'm more blessed. I'm so blessed in my life, just being blessed, and I don't really take it for granted, but I don't ever really show, because I don't believe in gloating.
That's because you're a grumpy old Gus.
Well, that's true too, but the fact being is I just am so grateful with people. I have so many people in my life that I'm so thankful for, and I think we should recognize as human beings all of those people. And we don't.
True. Well, with that, all of you out there, please remember to be excellent to each other. We love you all. Have a good night.
See you next time.